Hello, hello, hello. We are back today, and this is, and I'm really looking forward to streaming this game. We're just going to pretend yesterday didn't happen, though what I do want to do is shout out to Tayanna Studios for implementing a fix and an update so quickly. Forget the convenience of Steam games sometimes. The updates can be pushed out, and the graphical and resizing issues that I was having yesterday have been fixed. So we are able to proceed with the playthrough. So, I mean, I'm just going to go on without much ado. I mean, look at the beautiful graphics. They're all nicely sorted out. For some reason, I'm looking particularly rosy today. I'm blaming that on my light. But hey. This is The Dark Side of the Moon, or The Darkish Side of the Moon, starring Rupert Salespace. And Darren Corridor, I believe. Or was something along the lines of that. There was a lovely review. But it had it was translated back and forth. Yes, today is totally Tuesday, indeed, Elkesh. Also, hi. So yes, big shout out to Tayanna Studios, the developer behind this game. Thank you for all the hosts, everyone. We now have beautiful, beautiful graphics. You can now all appreciate the loveliness that is this game. But yes, we're basically... Thanks for tweeting out, Barry. We're basically restarting. Today is Tuesday. If everyone was convinced it was Wednesday, then sorry. No, definitely Tuesday. Because I stream on Tuesdays, right? But yes, thank you for all the hosts, everyone. Appreciate it. Hopefully you'll all be able to enjoy this game alongside me. I'm just really looking forward to playing it. It's out on Steam. It came out last Friday. I'm mega excited for this new FMV. This is the second game by the studio, but the first one on Steam and the first FMV. I'm remembering what Ragnar and Barry were telling me the first time Tuesday came around. Yes, Barry is producer on this game, and so I've also been mega hyped about it. Hi, Paul. So now we have beautiful graphics sorted out. I mapped my controller a bit better so that my left thumbstick now moves the mouse. I figured that out. Hi, Dan. Again, I don't know what you're talking about. Today's Tuesday. So hopefully it's all good. Looking particularly red. Hang on, let me just neutralize my lamp a little bit. I don't know why I'm looking quite so rosy. Where? I've forgotten now where I put my lamp. Oh, it's there. It's literally staring at the icon for it. So bear with me a moment. I just have to control my lamp. Hang on. So, if I visualize, that's better. Yay! Now I don't look particularly red. Wonderful. Right, lamp is sorted. I was just looking very, very rosy. No, Barry, it's Tuesday. Don't know what you're talking about. This is not take two. This is the first. I mean, tomorrow's Monday because it's my first day back at work, which makes perfect sense because today is Tuesday. And then Friday is Friday because, well, it's the last day of the week. But yeah, no. And just again, shout out so much. Thank you so much to Tayanna Studio for doing such a quick fix for my weird graphic glitch. Apologies for breaking the game. So we're just going to start new because no one could see what was going on. So yes. Oh, and thank you for the resub, Leaky, and hi. So yes, every day is now Tuesday, to avoid any confusion. So now I am the right color correction. The game is good. We are going to start. Enjoy. It's okay. Tomorrow's Monday, Paul.
Good and evil, light and dark, the eternal struggle resonating through time and space. You're scared, Gideon.
Scared? Of what?
Of me.
Pathetic. Nothing scares me, Sarah. Least of all you.
We both know that's not true. You're scared of love.
You know nothing. Nothing of true power.
Evil isn't power. It's weakness.
I can destroy the universe with a snap of my fingers.
Yes, you can. But you're alone. Alone for eternity.
Oh, how can I be alone when I have you?
You don't have me. He does.
Then he will pay. There's your weakness, Sarah. I'm gonna make him suffer, and all you can do is watch.
Oh, Gideon. You have no idea of our real strength.
Beautiful evil laugh.
Begin.
Absolutely beautiful evil laugh there. Yeah, it was a problem. I did ask because I was curious, and what the dev said was Unity was applying an overlay and forcing OpenGL, which was why it were really dark in OBS. But they fixed it. They fixed my weird sizing issue that I was having, where when I dragged it onto my TV, it was about 14 million pixels wide. Also, high scruff, lurk away, it's all good. So now I have wonderful, lovely sized screen. It's not taking up all of the memory on my computer, and it should be perfect. Darren Hall. Oh, Darren Corridor, not starring Darren Corridor. Written and directed by Darren, and developed by Darren Corridor. Because I thought it was Hill for some reason, because I'm very, very bad with names. So Hall, Corridor, that makes sense. But yeah, no. Well, I mean, it helps that Barry was in the stream and let them know, and they reached out on Twitter. It was very, very sweet. So how's the sound balance my voice to the game? Because I can always turn the game down slightly if it's a little low.
The local village of Merrywine is preparing for its greatest invasion since the Norman Conquest, as this is the prime location to watch the solar eclipse in 2 days' time. Thousands are expected to join the community, and Merrywine Hall is booked to capacity. However, not all residents are happy with the number of so-called UFO nuts who have joined the community. Mrs. Brandy Mantle of Portsmouth Road claims that her prize chihuahua has choked on dangerous balloon debris and has called for these drunken revelers to be removed from the country. Perhaps your issue is one of intolerance rather than threat from aliens. Hugh Chadwick, Merrywine News, back to the studio.
Hugh is Welsh, clearly. Love that spelling of Hugh. Good. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I love it when, obviously I love it when developers really care about a project. All developers care about their projects. But it's just really nice. Yeah. It's just really nice because it upset me yesterday because I really wanted to play it, but it had been a hard day, so it wasn't the game's fault. I was just like, I just want to enjoy the really cool looking game, and I couldn't. But yes, so throughout this game you'll be given interactive choices. Be careful which choices you make, as these can and will determine how the story progresses. Some choices can bring positive outcomes, and some choices will not. Choose wisely. You don't care about Leaky. You have an overabundance of caring. And I'm glad the sound balance is good because it feels like the right balance. So yeah. But yes, so I'm totally not taking out the rubbish. I hate taking out the rubbish. I'm saying, yes, Darren Corridor, I'll remember that. Well, or Rupert Salespace. Also, this mark on the wall freaks me out every time because I'm like, is that my TV? It's not my TV. So yeah, sorry, we're going to repeat what we did yesterday because it was beautiful. And we get to see the cool fox mask.
Hey Andy, come on, turn it off now, mate. School in the morning, okay?
Oh, Dad, I'm in the middle of a game. Can I just finish?
Andy, turn it off now.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I'll give you whatever. Anyway, see you in the morning, mate. Okay? Love you. Night night.
Caring Dad. This one got me an achievement. Steam achievement, but still, you know. I love how it's like stealthily opening the door and then full weight on the bed. Not stealthy at all.
Daddy, don't forget to kiss Cuddles.
Oh, silly me, how can I forget to kiss Cuddles? Oh, Cuddles, I am so sorry. Good night, Cuddles.
Dad,
Yeah?
I wish Mama was still in.
So this was mostly filmed pre-pandemic, but I believe that most of the development was then done post-pandemic or during pandemic.
And I'll tell you what, how about tomorrow me and you play with those toys we got from the car boot sale? How does that sound? Yay! Okay, right.
Ooh,
I've got
is
to
it
go
picking
now.
it up slightly from my TV? Hang on.
Night night.
Dad,
We're getting a slight bit
yes.
repeat of audio.
you're still having those dreams.
I mean, we have to set the scene, Dan.
Here I am again. Oh, I'm never going to get to bed at this rate. Right, what we said about dreams before.
Yes, pandemic
Dreams are
was,
just that.
yes, not
They're just
exactly the
dreams.
best
They're not
thing.
real, okay? Besides, what's that up there?
Dreamcatcher.
And who bought you that?
Mama.
And why did she buy that? To keep the bad dreams away, okay? And you know what? Besides all that, Daddy's here, and Daddy will never, ever let anything happen to you, and Daddy will
I
always
wonder
be
if
with you.
Mummy's name is Sarah.
Promise. Yeah? Okay. Let's look forward to tomorrow. We've got some toys to play with. Right, okay, so night-night, Ruby, night-night, Mr. Cuddles. Mwah. Get some sleep. Night-night, sweetheart.
Is it echoing
Hey,
the audio?
Ruby.
I don't really want to turn the TV down anymore, but maybe I
Night,
can
sweetheart.
move the mic a bit. Mummy's name is Cuddles. To be fair, Cuddles sounds like a clown from one of the scary stories. Right, so this is as far as we got. The first incarnate. See, he took out the bins. I just didn't have to tell him to do it. This was when I realised that the graphics were not good on the stream part, and I was like, oh, I need to fix this for people's. Ooh. Is that shooting star going the wrong way? I am intrigued. And I think it's a regional thing. Sounds a bit northern.
But let's not forget
That's
the big news from around the globe here, Susie. The total eclipse.
Tell me about it, Ken. And it was only 3 years ago since the last eclipse. Can you believe that? Talk about strange. It's like the whole universe has decided to give us an overload this century. I mean, is this even possible? Crazy times, but the entire world...
Night shots are hard to do because
Who
obviously,
would
you know,
believe how much
lighting.
excitement this event has stirred up so far? I know for a fact that I, for one, will be right there, sun goggly thingies on, and staring straight up at that bad boy.
Well, you go right ahead and do that. I'll just substitute the eye goggles for a glass of the good stuff.
Now, why does that not surprise me, Susie? Hey, I might even join you.
His wife's name's Sarah.
You know, I was gonna say something so dumb just then. I'm not gonna say it.
Why did you have to go?
You can't do that to me.
I was literally gonna ask
Why?
if the sun was gonna be out that day.
Wow, just wow.
And this is exactly
For
The only
why
answer I
didn't
want.
say anything.
Why?
This has made my day. Ken comes out with
Kids
a
miss you.
classic. Classic Ken.
I miss
We
you.
should call this segment that Classic Ken Hour.
We all miss you very much.
Anyways, back over to Sally now for, coincidentally, the weather. Sally, over to you.
Don't know. We know as much. You know as much as
Fun there,
me.
my darling husband. You must be shattered there with all that sitting down.
Oh, I am truly exhausted, oh beautiful wife of mine. But I have to rest because I have to prepare this beautifully chiselled temple of mine, of course in preparation for our lovely meal tonight, our anniversary meal, which I am sure will be both lovely and fairly priced.
Seriously, I have no idea how I put up with you.
Well, I know why. It's because I'm treating you to KFC tonight.
Oh, it's a good job I love you, Dean Hamilton. A very good job.
And I'm blessed that you love me, because I love you too. I wouldn't change you one bit for the entire world, Mrs. Sarah Hamilton.
Okay, the contrast.
I wouldn't change you for the world.
Not sponsored by KFC. I mean, it did sound like the son was playing a shooty game. Possibly some kind of platformer. It didn't sound like a point and click. Woo, bright lights. Big city. Well, small village, possibly. I don't know whether it's coming through on the stream as much as it's coming through on my TV, but the graphics are just beautiful. Ooh, did we have a little vodka last night, dude? That eclipse. Linda Hamilton and Sarah Connor, nice. That is a beautiful eclipse shot.
Kids! Come on, school! I'll make you breakfast, okay?
Told you it were north.
Right.
It's Daisy area. Okay. I swear that my parents have some of those.
Kids!
That's definitely inherited glassware. Not sure it's safe to be a
Come on!
cereal bowl. Oh dear, I think this is the bit from the trailer that I saw.
What are they doing?
Ooh. Where's my mouse gone? I moved it out the way for the videos. Alright, go to hallway. Go to hallway. Sorry. It's a little bit hard doing mouse with a controller, but I figured it out. Okay, I love the doormat. It has owls on like my owls. I have an owl doormat. It's not the same one, but I love it. Oh, okay. Ruby. Or is it a draft extractor? Either way, it is adorably cute. and I kind of want it.
Andy!
Look at it. It's so adorable. I think that might be a draft excluder, actually. Okay, when you see the interact icon, it means you can interact with something within the scene. Okay. Ah, hang on. What's this? Oh, keys. I don't know why I required my keys. I have an inventory! Where's my inventory? Inventory! Okay, so... I mean, we're looking for our kids. We're going upstairs. He suddenly looked very apprehensive. Someone needs to vacuum the stairs. And also fix that joist, because it's creaky, but it adds atmosphere. Why have we suddenly got horror music when he's going up the stairs? This is not good. Not good. I am really so glad that the weird graphic glitch got fixed, because this is just so much fun. I'm so excited. I really love a good story game, you know me. If Mr. Cuddles is there, we know something is wrong.
Ruby?
Mr. Cuddles? Or just Cuddles? There's nothing to interact with. Okay. I mean, this is like foreboding. Just Cuddles. Sorry, it's just because my...
Be? They clearly haven't left early for school because all of their school stuff is still here. I wish I hadn't drunk as much as I did last night. What have I done? I need to find them.
He's done? Jesus Christ, that sounds paranoid. Yeah, my niece's bear is called Mr. Big Bear, and if you call it anything other than Mr. Big Bear, then there is much trouble to be had. So, yes, Cuddles, okay. Let's check the kitchen. There's more owls. I'm loving the owl theme. And also the sort of slight breathing motion on the camera. Mr. Big Ninky, that just sounds like you're boasting. At least I picked up my keys in case I accidentally locked myself out. Okay. There's more owls! Oh my gosh. I hope the owls is like a big theme. Okay. Try the living room. I know, we've got to go back to the hallway. I love this. You can't just get straight to the living room because that's just not logical space-wise. Make yourself at home. Yes, needs more owls. Look, there's even an owl in that plant. Okay. Leave house.
I better take my phone, just in case they somehow try to call me.
Oh, okay, take the phone. Well, where's the phone?
I better take my phone, just in case they somehow try to call me.
Where'd you leave your phone, mate? Oh, didn't see that interactive point. Nice prompt. I like owls as well. I have an owl door stop and an owl entry mat. You know, it goes along with my love for dolphins and hedgehogs. I just like cute things. And cats, obviously. Yeah. I'm going to have to pay more attention to that little thingy in the corner. Because I'm going to miss stuff to pick up otherwise. Right. Yes, it definitely needs a cat in this game.
Actually, I'm not leaving the house just yet. Not without some kind of clue as to where they might have gone.
Okay. Can we, like, use our phone? Oh, we can use our phone! Well, Sarah? Thank you for the host, Mr. Cornus. Oh, Julian. Giant owl hot water bottle cover. That sounds cool.
No answer.
Okay. That is a slightly disconcerting artificial hand, and that's the thing I have to say.
My house keys.
Okay. Right, let's go upstairs and see if we can find any clues. Tortoises and rhinos. Funny, funny, funny. Hot. You made a cute pink owl and called him Dalton. Sweet. I don't seem to have any way of getting any clues from there, so maybe I missed something in the kitchen. Maybe your cats could star in the next game. Maybe I'm missing a mechanic. It's not told me about anything. I don't have any interacty things. This'll be great. It's like, can't get out of the house. I will have a look at the phone again in a minute when I've just checked I've not missed anything. Oh, hang on. Ah, interesting. Didn't see that thing in the corner. I'm going to miss that. Also, it's probably right behind my head here, so people aren't going to be able to see it. Right, let's watch.
What's that on you? Let's have a look. What's that on you?
Oh my god, Dean, will you stop filming everything?
Looks like she's wearing gravy.
There she is, look. This is what she looks like first thing.
Oh, Dean!
First thing on the morning.
No! I'm in my pajamas.
So what are your plans today, sweetheart?
Being lazy, is that alright?
Sounds like a good plan.
I think so too.
Where are the kids?
They're in the den.
Again?
Yeah.
I love that place.
Well, it's nice and peaceful here, so...
No, so you're not complaining?
Well, apart from you. Might go join them in the den.
What if Ruby and Andy have gone to play in their den before school?
Glue!
They seem to love that place.
Yes, I'm slightly freaked out by the artificial hand. But it's okay. I'm going to watch all the videos now.
Bigfoot.
That looks got Bigfoot. Why did you call me Bigfoot?
I just like the way it sounds.
I like
you know
her.
what they say about men with big feet.
Not in front of the children.
Big shoes.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Love you all.
We love you too.
She's here, is Ruby, look, with her mismatching pyjamas as usual.
Dad?
Yeah.
Shut up, Dad.
Oh,
Mum, can we play with some toys tomorrow?
No, I've got to go and do some gardening tomorrow.
Mum doesn't look so well in this one. Okay, so that was interesting. Call Julian, do I have any videos in him? No, he doesn't have an interaction point.
No
Where's the den? Okay, so back garden? Gonna make an assumption back garden. Oh, I'm gonna check the back garden anyway. In case the den is in the back garden. Then if not, I will let it direct me. Ooh, sudden chill. No, not back garden. Okay, so no, we should be able to leave. Julian, Toady, neighbors? Oh, you mean in the phone, right? I don't think so. I mean, might be, but I don't think so. From what I remember from watching Neighbours many, many years ago. Right. Oh, hang on. Do we need the keys? Whee! I can move my mouse over onto the other thing. Oh dear. Maybe controlling. Why did I just go into the phone? I wanted to pick up the keys.
It'd be totally out of character for Andy and Ruby to have gone to play in their den before school. But I'm getting concerned, and having a quick look around seems like my only option at the moment. I feel sick.
Surprised. Your kids are missing. You feel sick. It's, you know.
Wait, what if they come home while I'm out? But then again, what if they are playing in their den? What should I do?
Wow, okay. I don't know where the den is. So Farm Lane Church, Public House, Panel Woods, home. I mean, I'm going to the woods. Oh no! I mean, I don't think I'm dropping any frames, so I think it is your internet, which is annoying. But you could always... okay. Someone tell Paul just to go to bed. If he can't watch the stream. It's probably the stream telling him he should go to bed. I don't think it's buffering for anyone. No, I think it's... I'm not getting any dropped frames. Which I was yesterday when I was trying to figure out what was going on with the weird full screen thing that I had. But when Darren fixed the fact I couldn't go into windowed mode, it's fixed that part. When the game is 4 times as big on a 4K screen, you have slight issues with frame rates dropping because the GPU can't cope. But that's all fixed now, so it's wonderfully smooth stream-wise. Annoying that Paul's internet is bad, but... Okay, so if I were a kid, I would totally make a den in the woods. So I'm looking in the woods first.
I hope to God I'm making the right choice here.
And you can tell he's northern. Because he's wandering around in what looks like sort of cold-ish spring. I'm calling spring in shirt sleeves. In a short sleeve shirt. Okay. Hi, puppy.
I am really sorry, but have you seen 2 children? Have you seen 2 children?
Oh, sorry, I haven't.
Oh!
Okay, randomly accosting strangers. Not nice. Okay, well, I'm hoping it's in the Blinking Woods, this den
I don't
thing.
know what I'm expecting here. It'd make no sense whatsoever for them to walk this far from home before school. My heart's pounding that much, it hurts.
Well, I'm committed. Maybe there's a clue. Good lad, closing the gate. Definitely northern. Sorry. There we go. See? Den is in the woods. I was at least going the right way. Enter the kids' den.
The kids' den. Please, please cease being here.
Ruby! Andy!
Oi! His heart hurts because his kids are missing. It's a perfectly valid reason for your heart to hurt. Ooh, maybe autumn. Okay, so one suggestion I would make is that this thing is not always in the corner, but maybe over an item. I'm thinking this is going to let me pick up the rabbit. So it would make sense to be on the rabbit. But it might be a UI limitation. But yeah, I'm going to miss it in the corner otherwise.
Andy! Ruby!
But yeah, if Cuddles is there, this is definitely not right. It looks cold!
Who's there? Ruby! Andy! Who are you? What do you know?
Please, please calm down. Let me explain.
Where are they?
I'm sorry. I'm
What do you know? Where are
Oh,
my kids?
did he drop the bunny?
Please calm down. Let me explain.
Where
I'm sorry.
are my kids?
I don't know.
Where are they? Where are you going?
He didn't have the bunny in one shot. Continuity error. Oh dear. It's okay. I didn't mean it. Please don't cry. You're gonna break my heart. At least he didn't run after the lady. That would have been quite scary. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Sorry, Dean. We are a nice, normal family. I can't read what the other says. This is remember something. But we are a nice, normal family. No one has a sign that says that. I actually really want KFC right now. I have my whisper back.
Hello? Yeah. My children have vanished. I don't know where they are.
Okay, sir, what's your name?
It's Dean. Dean Hamilton. I found my daughter's...
And what's your address, Mr. Hamilton?
It's one Rose Muse. I found my daughter's teddy.
And your two children's names?
Ruby and Andrew Hamilton. Ruby's 10 and Andrew is 13. The last time I saw them was when I tucked them into bed last night and I haven't seen them since. Please help me.
I understand. Please, calm down.
I don't know what to do. I need help.
Please remain calm, Mr. Hamilton. At what time did you realise they weren't at home?
Around 7 o'clock this morning, or thereabouts.
And what were you doing last night?
Ah! Couldn't get over there fast enough.
Drinking and watching TV.
That timer was too slow.
I just requested an officer visit your address. Please try to remain calm. They're on their way now.
Yeah.
Is that Rupert's voice?
Please hurry. Thank you.
I couldn't get over to the choice fast enough. Thank you for the host subterfuge. It was a problem with game, unfortunately, and the developer kindly fixed it for me.
Cuddles. Ruby's teddy. Her friend. Why was it at their den?
So we have now no problems, except that I couldn't get over to the choice quick enough, and I fell off the end of the screen. But that's probably just because I'm using a controller rather than my keyboard and mouse. So hopefully we'll be able to. Let's check Andy's room again. Nope, nothing. You call Julian? Who? Now I'm just gonna not be able to not see.
Julian? Yeah, it's Dean.
Oh. That's Toadie now.
I don't know where my kids are. I've woke up this morning and they're not there.
Alright, mate, calm down. Have you phoned the police?
Yeah, I've just got off the phone to them now. They're on the way.
Right, look, I'm at work in a minute, mate. Look, I'll be round as soon as I can.
Okay. Alright, thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you.
Bless. I think it's important to have moral support. Hello.
Yes. I'm Detective Blackwell. May I come in?
Why does the detective have to look so creepy?
Mr. Hamilton, I understand this must be very difficult for you, but there's a few questions I need to ask in regard to your two missing children.
I understand. I just want them back home. Please, ask away.
Ruby and Andrew. Ruby is 10 years old and Andrew is 13. Is that correct?
It is, yeah.
And the last time you saw them was when you put them to bed last night?
That's right, yeah, around 7 o'clock.
And you haven't seen them since? You didn't hear anything throughout the night or this morning?
Nothing, no.
And where did you sleep? In your bedroom? Downstairs?
Oh my gosh, I just can't get the...
Slept in bed.
Do you drink, Mr. Hamilton?
There, I actually got a choice in.
Yeah, I do.
We're being honest.
I'm sorry. I know these questions can be trying.
I don't actually know what he responded to the sleeping question.
There was. Not anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. Did your kids have anywhere they like to go and play? The park, for example?
Yes, they have a den. It's just down the lane. The weird thing is I went there this morning and I found this. This is my daughter's teddy. She, this is the thing, the weird thing is she had that with her when I tucked her into bed last night.
So this was found in the kids' den this morning?
Yeah, it was. I am so worried. This is so unlike them, especially Ruby.
How's your relationship with your children?
They're my children. I love them to bits. They're my world.
Any recent arguments?
Well, stop strangling the teddy!
No? Well, nothing that parents and the children don't usually argue about.
So you argue with them?
Why do I feel like you're putting words in my mouth, detective? What I mean about arguments is things like, oh, you know, you haven't eaten any vegetables, or it's time to go to bed. That's what I mean by arguments and disagreements. Detective, what exactly are you writing down?
Notes, Mr. Hamilton, just notes. Please calm down.
Right. So what exactly happens now? Do you send out a search party?
No, nothing happens yet. We'll make a few general lines of inquiry, but won't start a search for at least 24 hours.
And what happens in the meantime?
You sit and wait, Mr. Hamilton.
And that's it? I sit and wait?
Please, I understand this is a very emotionally charged time for you. There's procedures in place for these kind of cases. Rest assured, Dean, I'll personally do everything I can to find your children.
I'm sorry. I just want them back home. I don't know how to feel.
Here you are, Dean. Something to remember Ruby by. I know it's easier said than done, but please, try to remain positive.
With kids, they usually start looking
So what do I do?
sooner than 24 hours.
Don't you worry about any anything like that, Mr. Holt, I'm always watching.
I'm sure with kids they start sooner than 24 hours because it's kids. Oh. Do tell, Barry. Oh. This is Julian. I feel like Rupert Booth, Detective Blackwell, who I'm going to call Gideon, because I didn't recognise the voice from the beginning, is, oh, that's nice and secure, telling Porky's, and has somehow intercepted the police phone call, and is being very, very creepy. I'm naturally suspicious of him.
You can't keep doing this shit to yourself, Dean. I mean, you're not thinking straight. I mean, you left the back door open, for God's sake. What did the police say?
Also, he is the detective.
They're doing absolutely nothing. They can't do anything for 24 hours. That's when it becomes a missing persons case, Julian. A missing persons case? These are my kids. I don't know what to do.
What you do is, mate, you stay strong. They're out there. They're out there somewhere. And I'm with you every step of the way. You need to cut this crap out. This isn't helping.
I'm half expecting them to walk in at any moment and everything's gonna be okay, you know?
I know, mate. I know.
I've looked everywhere. I just don't. I don't know where else to look. I don't know what to do.
Let me look again. Dean, come on, let's go.
Julian's right.
He does look a little bit like Samuel Tarly.
I am not going to sit around, no matter what that Detective Blackwell said. Perhaps I can find some clues to Ruby and Andy's whereabouts.
Okay. So, no little thingy in the corner. So. Hallway. Oh, is that my phone?
Hello?
Dean, Bexley.
Bexley?
Julian's girlfriend, Bexley.
Yes, Bexley. I'm sorry, Bexley. I'm not quite with it at the moment.
Listen, I'm just calling to see if there's a reason that Ruby and Andy aren't at school today. I've just called the register and they're not here.
Yeah.
Tell truth.
Yeah, look, Bexley, truth be told, I'm in a bit of a situation here. I've woken up
And I'm
this
just
morning
speculating
and
out loud, Barry. I'm not asking for anything.
my children aren't here and I don't know where they are. I was hoping they would have come to school, but obviously that's not the case.
No, they're not here. Dean, is everything alright at home?
Yeah. Listen, I've got to go. Thanks for calling, Bexley. Bye-bye.
Not good, not good, not good. Okay. Let's do the run of the house again. I just want to look at the little pretty owl in the corner. I mean, let me look in my room. I must have a room upstairs, right? Oh, hello, hello, hello. I mean, it's okay to invade your son's privacy, when he's missing. Seem to have gone downstairs though. Shouldn't switch on without the plug, mate. Oh, Ruby and Andy's laptop. I mean...
Cuddles. Ruby's teddy. Her friend. Why was it at their den?
I kind of hoped I could enter the password as Cuddles. That's probably not it. Ah, come back. Okay. I feel like when this is ported to consoles that I will not have to control a mouse with a controller. So, this sort of slight inconvenience I suddenly transported downstairs is just because I'm being stubborn and using a controller. Right. Fox mask! Diary! Oh, in the woods! Oh.
I cried again today because Mummy's still not home. I hope she does come home soon though. I miss her lots and lots. This is my favourite photo of her. I do not like school anymore because Harry says he fancies Sarah more than me. She was my friend. Me and Daddy went to the park. I met a boy and a girl and we played on the swing, but that was it because we had to go home and get some dinner. Daddy keeps crying. He says it's because his heart hurts. I really wish I could hold myself together in front of my kids. I overheard Uncle Julian telling Daddy that he has met a new lady called Bexley or something. Uncle Julian seems happy. Daddy keeps crying. I think he misses Mummy as much as I do. And Andy. I do, Ruby. I do. Mummy bought me a dream catcher, and Daddy says it will keep away the bad dreams. I hope he's right. Maybe the dream catcher takes a bit of time before it starts to work, because I still keep seeing the nasty man at the bottom of my bed. Daddy says it's just my imagination. I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen. I am scared. Ruby mentions the dream catcher. It really didn't seem to stop her nightmares. I cried again today because Ruby mentions the dream catcher that her mum bought for her. I wonder if it's the password. It's worth a shot. Excellent.
Hacker! Achievement unlocked. Professional hacker. Aww. Such a cute family. Okay. Internet browser, Untitled 2, system settings, games. I want to see what Untitled 2 is. Aww. Let's see what games we've got. Okay. Calm Waters. Dick Lorenzo, Secret Agent. And Contradiction! Spot the Liar! Easter egg! Contradiction? Starring Rupert Salesby. I have that one. I'm totally going to stream it at some point. I mean, I didn't think the system settings would have anything. Let's go with internet browser. Searchalize. Ah. Okay. Ah, come back. Thank you for hosting channel, Sammy. Okay.
I cried again today
No.
because Mummy's still not home. Cuddles. Ruby's teddy. Her friend. Why was it at their den? I don't need to call anyone right now.
Okay, so there's no thingy, so close laptop. Aww. Please don't spill the tea on the laptop. Please don't spill the tea on the laptop.
Hello?
That is the crypticest of cryptic note. All I can think of is Ana Rosa. Ana Rosa Butler played, I want to say Bryn. I'm really bad with names. Played one of the fortune tellers in Shapeshifting Detective, also starring Rupert Selspace. And played the lady that he ran into on the road, whom I know her character's name because I have been following the game on Twitter. So
Mysterious letter that was posted through my door. Meet me where we first met.
So because right, let's see if I can call. Oh, hello, Bexley. Hi, Bexley.
No answer.
Okay, Julian.
No answer.
Number disconnected. I can't get through to the video, so I'm glad I watched all of them. Okay, so leave the house. I will eventually visit the other places, but we're going back to the woods. I'm fairly certain he's going to wear that shirt for the entirety of this game. And I appreciate the commitment to the bit.
You came then?
So you sent the note.
Follow me.
Yeah. I think I better.
It's not Bryn. Why am I so bad at remembering names? You've got a cameo, Barry? Okay. Look, it's Barry! The photo! Not the old guy. I couldn't point in the right direction because I don't know where my camera is pointing. Oh, and I just made my mic peak. Probably don't do that. That's not a good idea.
So, who are you?
I'm me. Nothing special. I just know a lot more than most people because I open my eyes.
You open your eyes.
You must have a name.
Alex. With a Y.
Oh, okay, Alex with a Y. What do you know? Where are my kids?
Dean.
How the hell do you know my
Dean,
name?
there's something you need to know. Please, look at this.
Alex, where are my kids? What do you know?
Please, let me explain. See this? Take a good look at this monitor. Look!
What is this?
This, Dean, is a snapshot taken from a satellite the night your kids were taken.
Alex, what is this shit? Please tell me what you know. I do not understand this. Please. I wish my wife was here.
Dean. Dean, please, Dean, please, calm down. I didn't take your children, I can assure you of that. And I know you wish your wife was here.
Sorry,
But
I'm just
here
trying not to get the
to help you.
TV
What I'm
picking
showing
up on
you
the
will
mic.
seem crazy, random, unconnected even. I understand what you must be thinking, but please, Dean, I'm begging you, please. Let me show you something.
But if I turn the TV down
Because I'm
anymore, I
sure I
can't
know what's
actually hear the
happened to them.
game.
But
So
please,
hopefully
I
there's
want
not
you to
too much of an
understand
echo.
that I'm here to help you.
Why should I trust you?
Because I'm the only person you can trust.
Hey, Alex, show what you've got.
Look again. I know, it looks like a blur of random colours, but this was taken from a satellite I hacked into.
Oh, hacked? What the hell do you mean hacked? What do you do? What is this shit?
This is what I do. Do you trust your government? Do you really believe that everything you've ever been told is the truth? Do you not think that there just might be more out there than we're let on? Everything we know about our country, our planet, our universe is because of what we've been told, be it through media or books or whatever? Nah. Huh. No, we just nod and accept it like sheep. Meh. No, I don't.
What the hell are you getting at here, Alex?
As I was saying... Shh. As I was saying, it looks like a random mess of colours, but there's more to it than there appears. What these are, Dean, are actual readings. Electromagnetic readings with trace readings of radiation.
You have lost me already.
It's really quite simple.
It does seem it. It really does seem really.
Every year, there are literally thousands of supposed abductions with witness accounts.
Abductions. Witness accounts.
Bronwyn.
Talking about aliens. Little green
Not
men.
Bryn,
Not
Bronwyn.
Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Believe me, I know exactly how this sounds.
Yeah, it sounds pathetic. That's what it sounds.
Dean,
Sounds like.
take a look at these satellite readings from all the recent well-known alien abduction locations. The evidence speaks for itself, don't you think? Open your mind! Oh, God. Are you okay?
Bronwyn, Lexi,
How do I even do
and
this?
Rain were the fortune tellers.
This is going to sound crazy.
And Arissa Butler.
The night before my children
It's Bronwyn.
vanished,
It's a tasty whisper.
It sounds stupid. I saw something.
What did you see?
It sounds crazy. It sounds ridiculous. It was a light in the sky. A pulsating globe. It pulsated the once and then it was gone. I really didn't think anything of it.
So Barry, if you're on the conspiracy board, does that mean
What's
you are
happening soon?
suspicious?
What do you mean what happens soon?
What solar event is happening soon?
The eclipse.
Total eclipse?
Right.
I don't see the connection.
Most abductions take place just before a significant solar event. In this case, the total eclipse.
Why? If this is true, then why? Why are these things doing
You're not
it?
going to like what I've got to say next.
Alex, I can't possibly get any more down than I am right now.
Yeah, we believe you, Barry. You're not an alien.
There is no God. Not as we know it. Not as we've been told.
How do you possibly know any of this?
Do you believe in God?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
I got a
That's ultimately-
something believer.
your choice. But no, there isn't one. Certainly not some single being that created us all. But of course that leads to the question then, how did we all get here? Right? They made us.
Is this bullshit?
Is it, Dean? Just look at the Egyptians. We were always told that they worshipped the sun, right? Wrong. They worshipped them. Just take a close look at their hieroglyphs. It's all there. Little objects, discs, little men. It's all hidden in plain sight that it's laughable that we've been programmed by the regime to block out the obvious. The truth would ultimately be our destroyer.
Trust Alex. Obviously. Wow. Yay! I got an achievement for trusting Alex.
Oh. I'm surprised you've accepted this so easily. Most people would be calling me batshit crazy. But, well done, Dean. Well done for opening your eyes. That takes a lot.
I think the audio's out by about half a second.
So now what? Why have
To
you
the
taken
voice.
my kids?
To
Because
the
their species
mouth.
is dying. They created us from them. But as the generations have passed since the start of life on Earth, some genetics have faded. Why, I'm not sure. Sort of evolution that they didn't anticipate, I presume. They need the remaining few who still unwittingly contain strong strands of that DNA to extract and then recreate themselves. To reclone themselves.
Reclone? And my kids have this DNA? Then why didn't they take me? Because surely if they have it, I have it too.
I can't answer that one, Dean, I'm sorry.
Wait a second. If they created us to start with, then why can't they just recreate themselves?
They can, but only when the solar eclipse is actually happening, because this is when the conditions of the DNA extraction are at their prime. Solar flares and alignment. They can only extract the DNA when the conditions are right.
And what about my kids? What happens to them after the extraction?
The majority of abductions
okay, we're
made
seeing-
for the purposes of DNA extractions are adult abductees. They're returned shortly after, sometimes months or after years.
What about children? Alex? Alex? What about children? What about my kids? It's the same, right? They're returned. They'll be returned.
I'm so sorry.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah. Thanks to the host, Scruff. Yeah, his wife might have the DNA. I mean, his wife also might be an alien. Based off that conversation with Gideon and Sarah at the beginning. I'm just speculating here. Yeah. Sorry, I can't tell if I'm out of sync. I don't think I'm out of sync. Alright, let's check in the den again. Then we'll head back to the village. Okay, so nothing here. Please don't shout at a lady with a dog this time. I know. It was just... Sometimes my brain's not in sync. Ooh, Alex's house now. Alright. Church. Just want to get some shots of the village. And I feel like, even though he doesn't believe in God, this is where he might go to find some solace. Crown Inn. Why is he looking around? He's not sneaking into the church. Definitely does that sort of tense looking thingy. I mean, you just missed like the whole aliens are real. So, yes, you missed loads down. Farm lane. Oh, hello. Someone's there. We also met Alex. The Y. Why has he only got one shoe?
Hi. Change, could you, mate?
I'm totally gonna give him some money. He's only got one shoe.
Sure.
We got an achievement, a good guy.
You're a star, bud. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I don't want to buy him shoes.
Do you happen to have seen two children around here?
No. No, sorry, mate. I haven't seen them.
Okay.
I really want to buy
You
him
take
some
care
shoes.
now. Bye-bye.
Have a good day, my friend.
Oh, I feel like this person is important. Or possibly it's just, like, possibly an excuse to, in Dear Becky, go to the pub? I'm going home. I don't want to go to the pub. We're trying to be good. Him from Dear Becky in the games. Oh, phone.
Alex? What? The news? Why?
Oh, this is this one. I liked this scene.
Welcome back to day 2 of our Eclipse Countdown, where the sleepy village has been shocked to discover that the local vicar, Reverend English, has been having an affair with the local verger. Whereas anywhere else, this story would be verging on the ridiculous. Here in Marywine,
They won't tell you about the lights in the sky. Look up.
This is Alex.
Open your eyes.
Excuse me.
Don't try and interrupt me, you male mainstream patriarch.
Oh, I've been called far worse.
You're part of the cover-up. You!
So this is Alex with no surname.
I don't identify with male property or progeny. Something is coming to this village, something evil, and people have to listen to the truth.
Well, this will be all over social media by now, so you've made
This
a point.
isn't for publicity. I'm just a voice shouting the truth.
No, just shouting. And for now, back to Clementine in the studio.
Thanks for the host, Dopey, and hi, Jesse. I've seen so much. It was shared on Twitter. You male mainstream patriarch. Well, it cheered him up for a minute. Ooh, nice guy. Some really good shots. Cinematography is great. Okay, so to catch you up, that was the main character, Dean. His kids have gone missing. We suspect aliens, and Rupert Salespace is an evil detective. I don't know whether I'll finish this today. I'll probably come back with it some more tomorrow, Barry, but thanks for stopping by. It's been awesome. Anna Rosa Butler plays Alex, who is the alien conspiracy theorist. And also just utter legend. She was Bronwyn in The Shapeshifting Detective, and Rupert Bruce was the police detective. This guy I've not met before, actor-wise. But he's really good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That look is not a good look. Oh, and the bunny is Cuddles. It's his daughter's bunny. Hello? No, there's a note on the TV, is what there is. Play my game, do as you're told, go to the Chamber of Bones. Okay. I don't trust the police, because so far all we've met is the creepy detective. So, I think Chamber of Bones. I want to say church. Graveyard. Oh.
And thank you, Clementine. Well, strange weather conditions have hit Merrywine today on the day of the eclipse. I can tell you, even though I'm a soft southerner, it is very chilly here today. This is, of course, fueling government conspiracy theorists that the eclipse is part of a great cover-up. But covering up what? Well, if aliens do make an appearance today, I will be the first to take them for a pint in the local. Back to the studio.
Okay, so that does work. Right, I need some more tea because my tea is cold. So we are going to take a very brief pause for refreshments and a stretch, and I will be back momentarily. And thank you for the host, Dave. I had to remember to switch back to the PC window. Not used to streaming on PC. So, I get St. Patrick's Day today. So, happy St. Patrick's Day. Right. Whoa, very loud menu. Huzzah! Okay, so we have two things. Hallway. Oh, I think we could try. And hello. I think we should call Alex.
No answer.
Oh. Okay, fine. Oh. Phoning a friend. Got an achievement.
No answer.
I suppose let's go then. No. Steam achievements are nice because they mean I'm exploring the game. But honestly, not something I'm interested in streaking. Oh, and I'm eating gummy bears in case anyone's wondering. Sorry. Just need some sugary stuff today. Therapy was quite draining, so I'm fortifying myself. I don't know if this is the place of the bones, but it's all I can think of. Ooh. Yes, I was right. There is a note. As long as he doesn't start getting pieces of his kids. Good, you are playing along. Well, so far. Go to the red box. Phone box? Did we see a phone box? Phone box or post box? I'm sorry, but we're not calling the police. This is going to be our conspiracy theory. Try not to endanger the kids type thing. This is what we're doing this playthrough. Believe anything, do anything to get the kids back safely. Right. Was there a phone box on this? Oh, one of the guy's gone. Okay. Was not where the red box was there. Oops. Don't remember seeing a red box on the way to the woods. Public house? Aha! Red box. Didn't want to actually go to the pub, you see. Go to Yorkshire! Ooh. Answer it.
Hello? Who is this?
Just tell me where they are!
Just go to the field.
Fuck.
Field. Field? The field in the woods? Let's try farm, because farm plus field makes sense first. Yes. Oh no. The guy's back.
Hello? Are you okay? Oh shit.
I keep on expecting it to go. Oh, hello.
I did not kill him.
Death on the crossroads, I
That's
think.
what I'm going to find out. Did you know the deceased?
No. That is, I've seen him around.
So you knew of him?
Everyone round here does. He's a local homeless madman.
Stay calm. Ever had any run-ins with him?
Once.
Only... He came to the door once. He was asking for money. He was asking everyone.
Aggression isn't going to get you anywhere, Mr. Hamilton.
I'm sorry, yeah. I am this close to breaking.
It won't take much longer. So you think the deceased was the man sending you the notes?
I don't know anymore.
But you did think that, right?
The notes led me to him. Who else can it be?
Who else? How about a man who had unfettered access to the children? Someone who no one would suspect? A teacher? Maybe?
What?
Or a father?
You can't think.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. You mentioned yourself that you argue. Perhaps it might seem like an obvious solution to just get rid of the problem.
Right, I'm standing my ground now.
I didn't and wouldn't do anything to my children.
Nothing wrong with admitting you're struggling, but not to this guy.
Detective, I have not done anything wrong.
Standing up for myself, I'm not getting walked all over.
I'm just going to cut to the chase. Dean Hamilton, did you have anything to do with the disappearance of Ruby and Hamilton?
No. Did I fuck? And I am pissed off that you are even accusing me of this.
Well, he kind of has to, because it's usually the first suspect.
You have no idea how I'm using every ounce of my strength right now to keep from doing something I'll regret. I'll be back, Mr. Hamilton.
Yeah. Alright, Arnie.
Yes, we'll find Dr. Decker counselling him at the end. That's a shock twist.
One of Ruby's headbands. Some sick bastard is screwing around with me.
Hey, Dean. How are you holding up?
I'm not. I've just been on a random goose chase which has left me feeling baffled. I wanted to tell you but just didn't risk it. On top of that, I have the police on my case too.
Oh yeah, Power Monroe on the radio, definitely.
What?
I've had a few run-ins with the
Would it be Mariana or Violet?
myself, but never came across a Detective Blackwell. May I run a few tests?
Blackwell? Wonder if it's a reference
your
to
hacking
the
again, aren't you?
Blackwell conspiracy games.
You have to be careful with who you trust. I'm going to ask you a question, Dean. Who do you trust? Detective Blackwell? Or me?
I trust
definitely.
you, Alex. You should know that by now.
Ah, excellent. You made the right choice. I knew you would. Right, I'll message you if and when I find anything out.
Well,
Okay,
Dr. Decker
yeah,
and Power Monroe.
And she's gone. Brilliant.
I mean, Lakeship would only connect if we had some of the same actors. I don't think that universe connects. Then what about the bunker? What about the complex? But this is fun. You missed it before. Easter egg for Contradiction, starring Rupert Sales-Face. Which I'm totally going to stream at some point. It's old, and it's possibly going to be slightly janky, but I haven't played it before. I've only seen parts of it, and I think this was inspired by it. Okay. We're going to poodle around upstairs again to see if there's anything new. There probably won't be, but I don't want to get caught out. Also, I'm so jealous of this kid that has the massive, massive bed. It's like, I had a single bed when I was a kid. The brother gets a single bed. The little girl gets a, queen size. So there's a little indicator that appears in the corner, which is just down here, when there's something else to explore. So I'm sort of looking to see if there's any new clues, because I don't trust the detective. And also there's owls everywhere. So there's one over here in the garden. There's one in the kitchen. You get a single bed in an alcove. There's a plant in the living room that sort of looks a bit like an owl over here. And in front of the doorway, which you can't see now because obviously he's standing with his back to it, there's a draft excluder, which has owls on it, and that is the cutest thing. Oh! Travel safe, Scruff. Yeah, I remember single beds. When I was a kid, it was fine. When I grew up, it was not so much. At university, obviously, it was a pain. Because, you know, it's hard to fit two people in a single bed. I love Alex's house.
Hey, Dean.
The letter says, "Good. You are playing along well so far. Now go to the red box."
Computer.
Ruby's laptop I bought for them after Sarah left. I left it in the house.
Cuddles. Don't worry, Dean. We'll bring your children home.
I wonder if I can call Alex while I'm there. It'd be a little bit of an... Actually, I'm going to. Total Inception.
Dean,
Just to see...
why are you phoning me? We're in the same bloody room.
Now that is perfect. That is what I expected, and I'm so glad that happened there.
One of Ruby's headbands. Some sick bastard is screwing around with me. I cried again today because Mummy's still not home.
I'm seeing if I can show Alex
Alex
everything.
sent a letter.
Anything.
She doesn't need to see it again. The demand reads, "Play my game. Do as you're told. Go to the Chamber of Bones. Do not call the police."
Okay, so we can't get anything here. I'm gonna go back to the woods. I don't know who the guy that died was because we never saw his face. Thank you for the host, Michael. Sorry. An itchy nose. So the pub, we wouldn't have gone to the pub before, but we would have seen the red box, but that's fine. We guessed it must be there. A crime scene, considering he died there. There should be crime scene tape.
No answer.
Oh, hello.
She's here, is Ruby, look, with her mismatching pyjamas as usual.
Dad?
Yeah?
Shut up, Dad.
Oh, charming.
Mum? Can we play with some toys tomorrow?
No, I've got to go and do some gardening tomorrow. I can't. But...
No answer. No answer.
I'm sure I'm missing an interaction point somewhere, so...
Hey, Dean.
No. Not quite sure what to do next. Oh, we can search something now.
They've been searching for. Unicorn toys. Football league table. Are mermaids real? Flying discs. Why do they fall up? Where is my mummy? Little men at the bottom of my bed. Help me find mummy. Please, please. How to make them go away. Spaceships in Marywine. Is Santa real?
Xbox games.
Lights in the sky. How to make nightmares stop. Does mummy miss me?
Aww. That was a smack in the face. Was that your Xbox? So nothing there. Let's try Alex again.
answer.
The Xbox from your ex.
Cuddles. Ruby's teddy. Her friend. Why was it at their den?
Make a cup of tea, mate.
You alright?
Yeah, fine, fine.
Any updates?
Julian, I feel like I'm getting nowhere, mate. I've been everywhere. I'm looking everywhere. I'm doing whatever I can think of to find them, and I'm at loss.
Look, listen, mate. Everything will be fine. Just calm down and relax, yeah?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I know,
It's just-
mate. I know. Listen, I'm gonna go continue looking for him. I suggest you do the same.
I knew that was going to be a different scene because the camera angle changed, but Jesus Christ, I didn't expect my mate to make me jump out my head. See? Creepy face. I mean, I love his face, but, you know.
You got a cat? You know, the Egyptians used to worship those creatures. Cats! Unbelievable. I just thought I'd pop by to see how you are, Mr. Hamilton.
During my little goose chase with the notes, I found this. It's Ruby's.
Why are you only just informing me of this now?
I'd completely forgotten, Detective. My head has been a total shed for the past day or two since you began accusing me of this whole thing.
Well, regardless, you do know that keeping evidence can be seen as obstruction of justice, Mr. Hamilton. You do know that, right?
That is not the case at all, and you know it's not.
Do I? I might take some persuading. There's an awful lot of evidence stacking up against you right now, Mr. Hamilton. For example, you. Are you even listening to me, Mr. Hamilton? You can see where I'm going with this, right?
Detective, for the 100th time, I am not
Don't
guilty
spook
of this.
the alien.
Surely the headband means something.
What are you doing?
Sorry?
Let's not play silly buggers here, Mr. Hamilton. We both know that your little friend Alex has just sent you some rather revealing imagery, shall we say?
I don't.
Oh, but you do. I was beginning to really admire your confidence, respecting the way that you were playing along, but now you're being deceitful. You're trying to trick me.
Bring them back home to me.
There it is! Too late now, though.
Apparently? I mean... What the heck? Okay, so now we're in Groundhog Day. I mean, I did say it was Tuesday.
You got a cat? You know, the Egyptians used to worship those creatures. Cats! Unbelievable. I just thought I'd pop by to see how you are, Mr. Hamilton.
During my little goose chase,
Unsure if
the notes,
died
I found
in some time loop
it's
or
Ruby's.
Like some
Were
kind of
you
weird
only just
premonition-y
informing me
thing.
of this now?
I'd completely forgotten, Detective. My head has been a total shed for the past day or two since you began accusing me of this whole thing.
Well, regardless, you do know that keeping evidence can be seen as obstruction of justice, Mr. Hamilton. You do know that.
We'll go with
right?
precognition.
That is not the case at all, and you know it's not.
Do I? I might take some persuading. There's an awful lot of evidence stacking up against you right now, Mr. Hamilton. For example, you. Are you even listening to me, Mr. Hamilton? You can see where I'm going with this, right?
Confront him.
I know who you are.
I'm sorry.
Gideon.
Dean. I'll say this for you. You're the first of your kind that I've come across who has the guts to be so, oh, dare I say it? Brave.
Where are they?
Somewhere at, back of my mind, actually.
Why are you doing this?
Fun! Because it's fucking fun, that's why. Simple as. It's a delight to watch you breaking more and more as time passes, wondering what's happened to your little bones of joy.
Bring them back home.
God, I hope that wasn't like a real knife.
Can you imagine though if I did? Oh, here are your kids, Dean. I'll just be on my way now. Work with it. Where do you fit in? This game. This is all a game. Have you not figured that out yet? From the little goose chase that I led you on to the way I'm mentally dissecting you. It's a game. My game. You will continue to play it.
What do you want from me?
Oh, I want you to suffer more before I finish playing, so you have some time on your side at least. Call the police if you want. That's if I even let you get through to them this time. See if they'll believe you. Anyhow! I think I'll be on my way now. Toodaloo! Oh, look, you must be Alex with a, what was it, a W? Oh, you're so cute, aren't ya?
Leave her alone.
Shut up! You're lucky I let you live. Oh, by the way, I know all about the photos that you just sent to Dean. I am everything!
Please, leave now, sir.
You see?
See, told you it was an evil detective.
Alex, you okay?
Cup of tea, please. So, little swan case.
Alex, what the hell is going on?
Do you have a cat?
Yes, why?
Oh, I don't like the viscosity of this. I'm allergic to cats, and if I'm near them, I go all bulbous.
And we don't want you going all bulbous now, do we?
Oh, we do not. How can I help you if I'm bulbous? Think.
Right, well, now you're comfortable. Please
I want to
tell
know
me
where the
what
cat
you
is
know.
in all this then.
What is the deal with this photo?
Good question. If I'm honest, I'm not even sure myself. I've never come across anything like that in all my years of...
Hacking?
You're not going to let that drop, are you? It's not hacking. I prefer...
And yes, it did say that, Jesse.
And I prefer not to have the men in black kicking in my front door. Alex, please tell me what you know. Who is this Gideon? Who is he? He can't be a... He's not a time traveller.
I don't think so. He's not human.
So, alien?
Exactly. See, I told you they weren't all green. He seems to have a lifespan that lasts for centuries. He might even be older than the human race. Perhaps even the planet.
You can see the whole sign. There's two of them
Possibly.
in some of the shots.
Who knows?
What do the government know about this? Why are they keeping this a secret? What do they intend to do?
What they intend to do is keep it or him away from public knowledge. If they know that the public knows about the existence of Gideon, then their powers become nothing. Their rulings and orders become the equivalent of using a sausage as a hammer.
A sausage as a hammer?
You know what I mean. I meant that it's not obvious. Just stop it.
I know exactly what you meant. You're talking about using a sausage as a hammer. Would you like a cup of tea, actually? I'm using hot water as a base.
Water, see, that's the one. Do you know that they could literally poison us all by putting a neurotoxin in the water main?
Fascinating.
What tea bags are you using?
These ones.
See, you know nothing. Do you know that they release millions and millions of plastics? Each tea bag contains 11.6 billion microplastics and 3.1 billion nanoplastics. And that's into each cup. Each cup!
For God's sake, do you want a cup of tea or not? Oh, Alex, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That wasn't me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay?
I think it says if anyone asks,
Microplastics,
we're a
and
normal
3.1 billion
house.
nanoplastics. That's a lot, isn't it? And eventually it keeps building up until there's a coat hanger's worth in your bloodstream.
Do you know what, Alex? You are enough to drive a man to smoking.
It's probably less bad for you than tea.
I don't think there's any tea in that cup. That looks like an empty cup.
Where do we go from here?
That's our problem, Dean. I don't know. This Gideon, the power he has. There are two of us. Two people, two mortals. Against a god.
God. But you've just said it yourself. There are two of us, one of him. You know what? A few days ago, I had nobody on my side. Nobody. And now, here you are, helping. This means a lot. So, where's he from? Where is he?
At this moment, I don't know. Although that's a lie, really. I do have my suspicions.
I'm listening.
As I'm convinced that he's not from our world, then the only logical conclusion is that he's from somewhere out there.
He's the one who took my children, isn't he?
I'm convinced he is, yes.
Why the fuck is he prancing around like pissy plod?
Fun.
He's getting his kicks from toying with me, from trying to break me. I am not going to let that happen.
We're not going to let it.
Oh, she's so pleased with herself.
Wait, the eclipse is tomorrow. That's when he'll do his thing. That's when he's going to extract what he needs from my children. That's when he's going to kill my children.
Well, at least we know where he is. Okay, think. Where is the best optimal place to receive the full effect of the eclipse? And don't think Cornwall just because it's pretty, because we know he's not there.
No.
Exactly. That is the most powerful place. Front row seats.
But how the hell am I supposed to get to the moon?
Obviously, this is a completely hopeless situation, but I do have links with NASA.
Really?
No, sorry, that was a joke.
I'm so glad you came along.
So it's like, how else are we going to get to the
Welcome
moon?
back to Merry Wine in North Yorkshire, where most southerners fear to tread. Yet, here I am. I'm outside the only shop in the village, which most people would call a monopoly. But here, the money is flowing freely. I'll tell you, I've tasted their meaty baps, and they are very good. At the moment, the shop is doing a roaring trade in these special glasses, which have been designed by science to protect one's eyes from the majesty of the sun. So one can wear these and be protected from the effects of the eclipse. I am feeling safer already. Safety first. You do not want the eclipse to be the last thing that you'll see.
Yeah, use a portal gun. Exactly. I like that plan. Oh, different angle. That's a thinking face.
I really need you right now. I mean, what do I possibly do in this situation? Please.
We could
have
put
my
Gideon in the
case.
potato.
I feel at a loss. I really wish you were here. I really do wish you were here right now. You have no idea. I can't understand why you had to leave. Why? I mean, I thought we were in love, you know? I really wish you were here. Really do.
Huh?
Mind you, all you puffing about with that garden. Never understood your fascination with it. It was always about the garden. Garden this. Dean, I'm doing the garden. I'm doing the garden again. I'm doing the garden!
She buried a spaceship in the garden.
Hell is this?
Also, I'm not sure she died. I think maybe she just left. Please be a spaceship buried in the garden. So we can get to the moon and save the kids. I'm assuming. Or there's a bunker.
There may be
Descend
some
tunnel.
kind of light source in there, but I don't know where that thing leads,
Oh,
so I
right,
ain't
yeah,
going
we
in
should
there
probably
without
call Alex.
some kind of backup. No answer.
Okay.
No answer.
Okay, maybe not that kind of backup. Torch. That is a pathetic little torch.
Sorry about this. Jesus, still works. Handy.
I mean, I'm still hoping for a spaceship. We got a secret tunnel. I am hoping for a spaceship.
There may be some kind of light source in there.
Okay,
But I don't know
I
where
got
that
your
thing leads, so I
torch.
ain't going in there without some kind of backup. Here we go. Let's find out just what the hell is down this tunnel. This is unbelievable.
Now we have our links to the bunker. But Jesse's not here, so.
Alex?
Yeah, you will not believe what I've just found. The only way I can describe this is Sarah's dungeon. No, not a real dungeon. Yeah, I'll call you back if I find anything. I will.
Achievement unlocked. Sarah's secrets. Achievement unlocked. Sarah's secret. Ooh! Memory card! This looks slightly less real.
I had no idea that Sarah was going through this alone. She managed to keep all of this a secret from me for over 12 years. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that. Andy and Ruby's laptop I bought for them after Sarah left. I left it in the house.
Okay, well, I'm going to start by trying Alex.
No answer.
Alright, I'm just going to go to her house. Because better to get her to decrypt this memory card.
Hey, Dean. I'm not really sure why you're showing me that.
Oh. Hopefully it's got a memory card slot. Oh, handy. That tea's got to be cold. Session? Why?
And we're recording now. Right. Dr. Bernard Harper with Sarah Hamilton, 21st of May 2009, session number 8. How are you feeling today, Sarah?
No change, Dr. Harper.
No improvement since last Friday's talk?
Talking doesn't fix things. Words alone won't stop this from happening.
Okay, there it is again, this ideology that we're under threat from, and I'll quote you here, Sarah, extraterrestrial beings. Now, when I say that back to you, how does that sound to you? How does that make you feel?
I know what you're doing. I get the mind games aspect of this. Trying to get in here to see where my wiring went wrong. It didn't go wrong. We seem to be going on in circles here.
You came to me to get to the bottom of these thoughts. I'm here to help you, Sarah. Together, we can crack this case, so to speak. But I need you to answer
like
the
Gideon.
questions, and only then can we begin to see if we can make progress, get some closure. I'll ask
But then
again.
everything sounds like Bruce
How does the
Wayne.
term extraterrestrial beings make you feel?
Fear. I feel fear.
And why is that? What is it about these beings that conjure up this feeling of fear inside you?
Dr. Harper, when I was 12 years old, my father disappeared. He left both me and my mother for 3 years. We had absolutely no idea where he went. No note, no clue, no nothing. He simply vanished without a trace. My father had made us all dinner that night. Pizza and chips. That was his limit when it came to cooking. I remember it like it was yesterday. As time passed, my mother and I both learnt to cope, which, as you can imagine, wasn't easy. And then one morning, 3 years later, I came downstairs ready for school, and there he was, sat on the sofa with a cup of tea in his hand, watching TV as if he had never left. He had no idea he had been away.
I'm not quite following. So your father vanished without a trace for 3 years,
3 years, yes. I didn't know what to do. He was just sat on the sofa like he was every morning, as if nothing had happened. My immediate reaction was to run over to him and give him the biggest hug in the world.
Here you go, Sarah. Take a tissue.
Thank you. I hugged him forever. I asked him where he'd been.
And what did your father say?
He looked at me, confused. He insisted he'd not been anywhere, and even reminded me that he'd made us pizza and chips that previous night.
Where was your mother?
She came downstairs when she heard the commotion. The first thing she did was slap him. His face was a picture.
So... Okay.
I know. Doesn't add up, does it?
There must be some kind of...
Oh, there's an explanation.
Go on.
On my 18th birthday, my dad sat me down to talk. He told me to pay full attention. Our family has always...
Go on, Sarah. I'm listening.
I'm sorry. It's just difficult to even put this into words without the inevitable judgment.
And why is it difficult for you?
Because it sounds so...
Because it sounds so... Go on.
Because it sounds so silly.
Yes. There we are. It's okay. It does sound silly. Alien beings aren't a real thing, Sarah. It's a combination of past memories and your child's mind filling in the gaps with make-believe, so that you could cope as a child with your father's disappearance. Making up these beings was your cope mechanism. And that's okay. But there comes a time when we need to let go of childish things.
No! That's not it. That's not it at all. These things have been taking our family for years.
Taking?
It's been happening to my family through the generations. They need us. They need us, so they take us for our DNA. They're dying, and they need something within our DNA to replenish their species. This is what my father was telling me. This is what happened to him. A few years before he died, he told me everything. I swear to God, it's all true. I know I sound like a lunatic, but please, for the love of God, just listen to me.
Oh, Sarah. I think we should end today's session right here. We can try again
Why
next
won't you
week.
believe me? They're going to come back again, and I know exactly who they're coming after. My kids! Do you want proof? Here's your proof.
What is that? A scar?
It's where they implanted something in me, so they can come and take me back whenever they wish, wherever I might be. A tracking device. Imagine living with that fear.
I see. Okay, as I said, we'll continue this next week. And Sarah, please get some rest.
Just what the fuck was this? Sarah was speaking to a psychiatrist? All this talk of aliens and abductions. Sarah, how and why were you keeping all of this from me? Something's telling me that I might find something else down in that dungeon.
If there was a dungeon in the back garden, how did he never see anything? Not that I think he should have seen anything, but I mean... Did he never wonder if she disappeared? Going back down the dungeon. Thought it was going to be a spaceship. I got really excited thinking Sarah was an alien. Apparently Sarah is not an alien. But maybe had been abducted and that's why she's disappeared? And that's how she was talking to Gideon at the beginning? That looks like a part of a cryptex.
Seven metallic rings, each one engraved with what appears to be random letters from the alphabet. What do I do with these?
We go to Alex because something just randomly popped up. Oh, no, my game crashed. My game crashed. Okay. I really hope that auto-saved. Hang on a minute. Luckily, I have my handy Steam. Sorry, I just need to relaunch it. And it's kind of hard because I have, like... Right. There we go. Okay. So... I'm not sure why that's, crashed. It does appear to at least have a resume button. So... I don't know where it's going to resume. So, right, we've got the rings. I think what I was trying to do was go back in the house and then exit to Alex. Oh, yeah, that was it. I was trying to enter the hallway and leave. Okay, that was weird. Alright, well, it didn't lose anything, so it's all good. I love this house! With the thatch and the eaves. And the little giraffe on top.
Hey, Dean. Not really sure why you're showing me that.
Okay, I thought you'd want to hear the alien thing.
What is that? It looks like it should be important. It looks like there should be more pieces. Go and see if you can find some more pieces.
Okay, sure. Where am I supposed to look? I mean, I'm gonna check at the den in the woods. Because, you know. Possible the kids hid part of it there. It's also possible it's in the house, but I want to check the den again because, you know. No. I suppose exposed to the elements wouldn't make much sense. Yes. Luckily, it's easy. Is the game sound working? Because it looks like my TV audio is freaking out a bit. If anyone's still there, if you wouldn't mind just saying if you can hear the game music. Just because it looked like when the game crashed it freaked out my audio. Oh, I wonder if the Dreamcatcher. No? Squeaky gate? Oh, did the style squeak? I don't hear that, so... Cool. And also thanks, Leaky. It just... because it didn't seem to be responding to, it didn't seem to be coinciding with what I was hearing on the audio volume thing. So I just wanted to check that it hadn't freaked out. Ooh, this is going to have something new. How did you not see that on the table earlier? It's clearly a cryptex.
A metallic thing that I found in Sarah's hidden dungeon. It looks like there's several pieces missing. 7 metallic rings, each one engraved with what appears to be random letters from the alphabet.
I mean, this is clearly not a real room. Or at least it looks like not a real room. This looks fake. I feel like it breaks the immersion a little bit. Because everything else is just so good. It looks like a scene out of, like, Nightmare. But, yeah. I don't know how long this game is. I mean, I've still got another hour in me, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe we get one playthrough done. And I'll do something else tomorrow. Maybe it's not a giraffe. I think it's a camel on the roof.
Hey, Dean.
Alex?
This looks like the final piece. The only question left now is, what do we do with these?
Put them together and what do we get? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Yes, it's a portal to old. There we go. Okay.
You did it, Dean. But what do we? Your wife, Sarah.
Dean, I knew you'd work this device out. I always knew you would. I knew you'd figure out the truth. This is a message I recorded for you a few years ago, the day of the last solar eclipse. I'm going to presume you listened to my tapes with Dr. Harper, so you know how significant eclipses are in my life. my family's life. I have the gene, Dean, and so do our children. Now, this is going to be difficult for you to process. I recorded this message in the case that I was taken. And because you're listening to this, I have been. And if I'm not there to protect you all, chances are they have or will have taken our children. Please, please understand that I never left you. Never. Now, this device, Dean, it can take you to the moon. The dark side of the moon. And I know, it sounds like nonsense.
This sounds awesome.
You are our only hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi!
Dean,
You are our only
be
hope.
that man I know you can be. Come and bring your family home. Bigfoot. Now, listen. In order to use this device to transport you there, all you need to do is...
Not drop it.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
It appears the message was too weak or got intercepted before completion.
Alex, what have I gotten myself into?
How did she manage to build a transporter?
Hey. You're not alone. Remember? I'm with you at every step of the way.
But if it's 7 letters, I'm reckoning Bigfoot. Password. It's a cryptex. Oh, she's so happy she gets to go to the moon. Or, you know, she was right.
It's Sarah's transporter. It helps me travel, shall we say. I wasn't going to start playing with this thing here.
Fine, we'll go home then.
Right, let's have another look at this thing.
Alright, change column 1. Only because out of all the things, Bigfoot is the thing she started calling him. So it feels relevant. Well, this is better than trying to change it round, but I really wish he'd stop grunting. Oh, he's not. Okay, the sound volume contrast is slightly weird. There we go. I feel like I probably could have put other things in there, but it's my first playthrough. Also, if we're on the moon, how is he going to breathe? There's no oxygen on the moon. Doesn't feel like an end. Out of this world achievement unlocked. I wonder how they filmed this. Oh, that looks very fake. Can't get the same with computer graphics as you can
Unbelievable.
with a camera.
On the moon. Sarah was telling the truth all along. So far, it looks like Alex has hit the nail right on the head too. Whatever the hell this place was, they were catering for creatures that require oxygen. Huge vents were pumping cold oxygen into the corridors like no tomorrow. Ruby and Andy must be around here somewhere. I have to keep moving forward. Going back isn't an option. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
I mean, yes. Yes, I'm being unfair. It just breaks the immersion a little bit.
Well, look at you. Clever boy. To be fair, it was actually shocking that you worked that out. Maybe I underestimated you, dude. As if. Oh, you're still a fucking nobody. Try as you might, you've already lost. Time's ticking, super lad. Keep watching the skies. An eclipse is nearly upon us. And when it is, bye, children.
If it had said go left, I would have gone left. But the option was right and forward. By going forward, I'm technically going left. I'm glad I managed to get this to play and that the graphics got fixed. Because this is so much fun. Oops, are we going into space? Did we accidentally eject ourselves? Maybe go back.
Hello, Dean.
How?
I know. Not what you were expecting, is it?
Don't understand.
Of course you don't. All this has been happening right under your nose.
Gideon.
Oh, no. I'm not Gideon. I'm still me. Still Julian. Our meeting was never an accident. Remember when we first met?
At the hospital. Sarah just gave birth to Ruby. You were a porter.
Exactly. You see, we've always been watching. Waiting. I don't think you'll quite understand the importance of your children.
Importance? These are my kids, and you're going to have to get through me to get to them.
Not a problem.
Yeah, well, it was hovering over attack, so we went with attack. It's like something out of the Matrix.
We need your children, Dean. We can't afford to lose them.
Why are you doing this?
What don't you understand? Without them, our species is over.
Species, but you're not one of them.
I am, Dean.
But what about our friendship? Our friendship, Julian. And the kids. The birthdays, christenings, Christmases. You bastard.
Put it this way. You'd do anything for your own. Yes?
Don't you dare try to justify the abduction and killing of little kids, you sick. I'm their dad, and I'll do anything to protect them.
Yeah,
Anything
Julian's
killing
just
you,
untrustworthy.
then I'm past caring. I am past caring, believe me. And this whole thing that you've got going on here, whatever this is, it means nothing. Nothing compared to the love I have for my children. I've been to the moon for them, and I'm taking them back home. Yes, I will do anything for my kids. Anything!
Well, that's what happens if you go forward. Maybe I should have gone right. Well, now I have a go left. I'm going left. Hey, we got signal on the moon! That was so much. Kind of reminded me of the end of Mass Effect 3 as well. Oh! Kitty Winkies! Also, is the wife gonna be here? Death Ray!
Let them go. You do not need to be doing this.
First of all, well done, even getting this far. Perhaps I underestimated you. Secondly, how would you like to die?
I know. You are dying. And that's why you took Andy and Ruby. Because you need their DNA. You don't need to be doing this. Please, just let them go.
Look out there. Do you honestly think I'd get this far and then just say, ah, fuck it, because you say so?
Blinding.
Oh, you make me laugh.
What the fuck? I can't move my feet.
Throw a teacup at his head. Rescue. Oops. Okay, we looped again. Every time we die, we loop. The only thing I don't know is if I finish it, if I can skip scenes I've been in before. So this time we have to attack, I guess, because rescuing didn't work.
Gideon?
He's like a really evil Doctor Who.
Go. You do not need to be doing this.
First of all, well done, even getting this far.
I'm trying to think what else I could have put in the cryptex.
You secondly, how would you like to die?
I know. You are dying. And that's why you took Andy and Ruby. Because you need their DNA.
I think I could have put eclipse in there.
Please, just let them
7
go.
letters, isn't it?
Do you honestly think I'd get this far and then just say, ah, fuck it, because you say so? Oh, you make me laugh.
Fuck, I can't move my feet.
No! I guess let it time out then? But that feels like a bad ending. Let's see if there's another little diddy flop in the corner. You always want to get the bad endings, Olkesh. Well, we seem to be getting this one on accident, so... Either there's going to be something in the corner down here, or we let the timer run out, because we've tried both options and not got anywhere, so...
First of all, well done, even getting this far.
And if that doesn't work...
Secondly, how would you like to die?
I'm not quite sure what to do.
You are dying. And that's why you took Andy and Ruby. Because you need their DNA. You don't need to be doing this. Please, just let them go.
Look out there. Do you honestly think I'd get this far and then just say, ah, fuck it, because you say so? Oh, you make me laugh.
Fuck, I can't move my feet.
Nope, no option, so the only thing is to let it time out. No? Oh my god, I'm now stuck in a loop. Okay. Okay. Well, there wasn't a doodad. But yeah, I'm glad at least the video looks great. Really impressed with the turnaround on that fix.
Let them go. You do not need to be doing this.
First of all, well done, even getting this far. Perhaps I underestimated you. Secondly, how would you like to die?
I know. You are dying. And that's why you took Andy and Ruby. Because you need their DNA. You don't need to be doing this.
Oh,
Please,
I've
just
got...
let them go.
Look out there.
Have I got an
Do you honestly think
inventory?
I'd get this far and then just say, ah, fuck it, because you say so?
Can I use my inventory?
You made me laugh.
Fuck, I can't move my feet.
No? Alright, we're gonna get slightly bored of this. So trying to use the cryptics didn't work. Oh, hey! We can skip. By pressing spacebar, which I've mapped to LB. I remember because we had Skip at the beginning. Attack him with your keys, mate! There we go. We use our phone, indeed. I should have just tried that at first. Don't do it. I'm going to die in a loop. Luckily, I figured out Skip. Got slightly longer this time. There we go. There we go. Someone to rely on.
I'll allow you the freedom of movement. After all, this will be the last you see of your children.
Achievement, someone to rely on.
Yourself.
Listen, I know you're probably waiting for the sun to be at its optimal, to be able to recharge, whatever the hell that is. But regardless, you don't need to be doing this.
But I am, Dean. I am doing this. Look around you. There's absolutely no way out of this now.
No, we have the news music. Come on, Alex.
Excitement is at fever pitch here in Marywine, where in the field behind me, over 1,000 revelers have joined together to watch the solar eclipse.
It's
However,
definitely a full
it is not
playthrough, I
all plain
think.
sailing, as our reports from the One Cell network that their entire network capability has gone dead.
He's moving the satellite to block the sun, which is going to be interesting. Oh, okay, those graphics are pretty, and I love the shine.
You really want an honest answer? I'll tell you. Because you were so determined to rescue them.
Doesn't make sense.
Oh, but it does. You see, watching you struggle, doing your absolute best, kid, such a...
Why don't you just kill me now?
Oh, no. No. You see, my game. There's one final thing to see. And that's happening in just over 1 minute.
Game!
Oh, no.
Game! There it is again! I'm going to kill you.
I'm a god! Neither you nor anyone can stop me. Are you really that fucking dense?
I'm going to kill you.
Oh, go on. I'll play along. Bring it on. Super bad. No!
Rescue. Always rescue the kids. We can use a laser next time. We're dead. We try and rescue. Really? Apparently we had to use the laser.
2 more minutes.
Welcome to my game.
Oh, that's just corny. I love it. I mean, if this is an ending, I'm on the moon.
Andy, quick, come on, guys. We need to get out of here.
Dad, I knew you'd come.
I told you I'd always be there for you.
Mum is here somewhere.
I know. Follow me.
I got a happy ending. I said no one can hear you. In space, no one can hear you anyway, I think. It says. Oh, hello. Hang on.
No signal. Not after Alex did her thing with the satellite and Gideon blew the damn thing up. This torch will no doubt come in handy. Andy and Ruby's laptop I bought for them after Sarah left. I left it in the house. I had no idea that Sarah was going through. I'm not 100%. My house keys. It's Sarah's trap. I wasn't going to stop. Andy and Ruby's. I don't need to look at Ruby's diary right now. One of Ruby's headbands. Cuddles.
I really thought I could do something there, but I can't.
Are you two okay?
We are now you're here, Dad.
Ruby, why was Cuddles in your den?
When the nasty man came for us, we managed to make an escape from the house. We made it to our den before he took us.
Hadn't you hear us, Dad? We were screaming for you.
Daddy was asleep.
Passed out.
Listen, are you two okay? Did he hurt you?
You die, you loop. I get it.
We're okay, Dad. We just want to go home.
With you and Mum where we belong.
Oh, okay, so we go right this time. Maybe we find Mum. Feels like a slow-mo find Mum thing.
Sarah! I need to figure out how to open this damn thing.
Press the bottom button. Looks green to me.
Sarah.
Dean?
Yeah.
What the?
Come on, darling. Okay.
Sorry, Alkesh. It seems nobody dies except for Gideon.
Now we're getting out of it, okay?
Please tell me about the device.
Of course I brought the device. How do you think I got it here? God, how mental is this? Come on, sweetheart.
That's my device, Bigfoot. I'm so proud of you. You did it, Dean. You did it.
I thought you'd left me.
Never. Never in a million years. Oh, my lovelies. Come on. Let's go home.
Wait, have I got some questions for you?
Let's go home.
My little lunchbox is so cute. Alex!
Alex, we did it.
No, you did it. I just.
No, we did it. I wouldn't be here with my family right now if it wasn't for you. By the way, that tea you're drinking contains 11.6 billion calories.
Oh!
Sorry.
Ending 3 unlocked? Possibly? Yes, it was. It was filmed before the pandemic. It's Barry! My friend Barry. I think it was a Kickstarter backer type situation or something like that. D. Darren Hall. Alex, Anna Rosa Butler. Gideon, Rupert Boots. Sarah, Lindsay Hall. Married. Oh my god! I was like, these like, oh, I'm getting really excited and my mic's peaking. I was like, these pictures look like they're like actual wedding pictures and like they're either really well photoshopped or this is a family. Totally a family. That is so amazing. That's probably their house as well. That was just brilliant. And the music was really good as well. I didn't expect to do a full playthrough in one go, but I guess there are multiple endings. Let me have a quick scan on PSA. So yeah, that was ending 3. Oh, it was in space, no one can hear you explode. And I stopped Gideon. Ooh, hang on. Post-credit scene. Ominous music. I wonder if Julian is still alive. Or maybe Gideon didn't explode. Or maybe there's someone else. No, he's not actually dead. Maybe it's a clone. How many Gideons are there? So there are at least 3 endings. Oh, I just got achievement unlocked. Fan. Which I'm assuming is a N. Okay, so there are 26 achievements and I unlocked exactly half. No, I just need to squee not quite so close to the mic. So yeah, so there are at least 3 endings, so there's a completely opposite playthrough. I'm not going to do any more playthroughs on Steam, unless I want to unlock all the achievements, but I'm not really a Steam achievement person. What I will do is I will wait, like with Poe Monroe, wait till it comes out on console and then stream it again then. But that was thoroughly enjoyable. How many hours? Just under 3 hours, so not bad. It's $9.99 on Steam. Just came out. There's a soundtrack as well, if you like that kind of thing. Soundtrack is definitely very cool. I'm just going to switch to the ending scene so I can quit out the game, because the music is very, very good. But it always creeps me out slightly, because obviously I can hear it on the menu screen even when I'm not on the stream. So turn off the controller. There we go. So I'm so glad I got that wireless thing set up, because that was so much easier than having the controller disconnect every 3 minutes like it started doing with Zero Escape. because of the connection at the back went a bit dodgy. So yeah, so I bought a wireless dongle and it works perfectly, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. Okay, so yeah, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. I mean, obviously it would have been better if I could have done that on the real Tuesday, but it was acceptable today. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to do something else. I have like a whole list of games, but I haven't decided what I want to do yet, so I will have a think on that. Yeah, Tuesday died and just looped, and tomorrow will be Tuesday as well because I'll be streaming, so it can't be Monday, but it's also not. I'm only having a 2-day work week, so maybe tomorrow can be Tuesday as well. But that was really, really cool. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. That was really very well done. Very clever. Very, very, very clever. I would have possibly just made it slightly slower on the timeouts because I wasn't as quick with the mouse and I missed a few options, and probably made that little thing that was in the corner behind my head slightly bigger. But that's more of trying to use a mouse with a Xbox controller. Aside from that, that was really good. Really thoroughly enjoyed that. So yeah, so I've got plenty more games to play. I might nip in a quick promo because what I want to do is go into something like a longer game like Heavy Rain and do like a full playthrough. Possibly not an all endings playthrough like I did with Zero Escape, but that was really very much about the game. Because I say so, Leaky, Thursday can't just be Thursday. So tempted to do Heavy Rain, but I don't know. I'm also tempted to do one stream every day this week because, you know, okay, Tuesday technically I streamed, even if it's disappeared because I deleted it. So I might do something on Friday as well, but that will depend on how work goes. But I will definitely be back tomorrow with something. Haven't decided what yet. I've got all my scenes set up, so whatever it is, it'll be easy enough to get ready. I'm quite glad now I've got the PC gaming sorted out. So prepare to see a few more PC games, basically. But for now, I've been Jo, otherwise known as Angel SK. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and I will see you tomorrow.